Good weekend, citizens. Poddington here, bringing you Helldivers 2 news for the week starting the 6th of May. Stories covered today include the democratic victory of citizens against the SEAF, the Meridia Terminid supercolony, the Automaton major order to secure materials, the Polar Patriot Warbond release, and an update to the reports of blue beams. In last week's show, we reported on the SEAF proposal for citizens not on Super Earth to be required to link to their private security network. Citizens across the galaxy voiced their concerns and used their right to vote to put down this proposal. The new network was to be required for citizens to access SEAF support services, but more importantly for citizens not on Super Earth, the required way to vote. For many, the timing was suspicious, with the proposal made during the turmoil and upheaval of citizens fleeing the new Terminid supercolony and SEAF forces moving across the galaxy to aid them. Despite this, the vote was near unanimous, and the PS network is no longer mandatory. Amidst the Automaton invasion and the Terminid supercolony, the last thing citizens needed is their focus distracted by the implementation of this new network. But now that the network is no longer a requirement, the latest update on the galactic map paints a very grim picture. The Terminid supercolony, aided by TC Systems' Termicide on the Eastern Barrier planets, has spawned a second invasion, this time by the Terminids. As previously reported, Terminids are able to adapt to extreme environments by hyper-evolving. Termicide, deployed by the TC Systems, was meant to interrupt this ability, but not only did this not work, it caused the Terminid swarm to explode in numbers, as if the Termicide was in fact aiding this hyper-evolution. Unfortunately, even once the SEAF arrived and Helldivers began operations, they were not able to stop the Terminids. Meridia was more than just lost, now the centre of the supercolony. Neighbouring planets are under constant threat until the Ministry of Science is able to find a way to fight back against the swarm, but until then, Helldivers will need to do what they can to stop the Terminids from expanding further. Helldivers had to make the difficult decision on the western edge against the Automatons to liberate Penta or Chuhei, with the reward of the RL-77 airburst rocket launcher or the MD-17 anti-tank mines. It was a difficult decision with no winner regardless of the outcome, but Helldivers were able to liberate Penta and the airburst rocket launcher was rewarded. For Chuhei, the Automaton assault was fierce, with the resulting loss of materials being used to fabricate new soldiers and war machines. Without the precious metals needed for the anti-tank mines, this support weapon was lost. Even with the Terminid supercolony, Helldivers have to act fast before the Automatons reach numbers needed to gain momentum and restart their march towards Super Earth. As an incentive for returning to the Men-Kent line, each Automaton destroyed will be put towards the construction of MD-17 anti-tank mines so they can be made available for requisition. And talking of requisition, this week saw the launch of the Polar Patriot Warbond. We must disclaim that armour within the Warbond does not give better movement when traversing ice or snow. Instead, the Warbond is winter themed, with the CW-36 servo-assisted Winter Warrior armour, the CW-22 Kodiak, and CW-4 Arctic Ranger. Weapons within the Bond include the AR-6110 Derizer assault rifle that has light armour penetration, the Plaz-101 Purifier energy weapon that has medium penetration and deals explosive damage, and the SMG-72 Pummeler. Other items of note in this Warbond are the motivational shock booster that minimises movement impact caused by slowing effects, such as being hit by acid, and the incendiary impact grenade, able to warm even the coldest of days. The new Warbond will cost 1000 super credits to unlock, and then medals to requisition each piece within. It is too early to tell how effective the Warbond is, but there are favourable reports for the incendiary impact grenade. With the Terminid swarm and Automaton horde, the threats Helldivers face every day is unimaginable. Reported before on this show, and many others, are the reports of blue beams. Explained away as aberrations caused by the new environments Helldivers are fighting on, the blue beams reports, in the grand scheme of all that has been seen, are actually not that big of a concern, if it wasn't for what the beams could mean. The Illuminate were a threat whose impact scarred the very cells of our democracy. So if something could be attributed to their return, it resonates strongly. Whilst Illuminate sightings have been reported for months, there hadn't been many since the start of the Automaton invasion, confirming that there wasn't anything real to the reports. However, Helldivers SEAF was able to capture a sighting that the Ministry of Truth has allowed to be released, with the ask that any more sightings be reported immediately. We shall play the video for you now, but please remember that it is not confirmation of anything and that the official word is that the Illuminate has not returned. It does ask the question, what is it that we are seeing? But after analysis, the Ministry of Truth is comfortable that it does not confirm an Illuminate return. Instead, it looks like autocannon turret scorchers and probably nearby Helldivers whose IFF systems are broken. The point is that there are many answers that are plausible before it being Illuminate. But stay frosty, and if there are any more sightings, please send them to the Ministry of Truth. And that is all we have for you today. Please like, subscribe and comment below. It really helps us and we appreciate your support. And we here at Helldivers 2 News will see you again next week. And now for your local news.